my son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would. Have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? 53, check 53. Here we go. Shoot! Go! Shoot!
They'll run on first down. Evans. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Let's go now. 50, plant. 44. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, echo. Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Two-jet bomber, two-jet bomber. Rush in. Right.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 10 logo. 59. Hey, I'm coming. 61, matchbox, white. 3. Bam. Ready?
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Roll out.
On first down, it's Evans. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's into the clear. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tannehill. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Exit.
Tannehill on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 49-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Hey, Sam off. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Evans. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Rock it. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll try the left side. It's Evans. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He completes it to Evans. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsors saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
Ready? 70, Indy, Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey. Bravo. Get it.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Go! 8 read. Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike 42, Mike 45.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down is Minshew. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lambo is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first and 10, Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check. Lucky.
Throwing again is Tannehill. There's Evans again, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, it's Evans. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 11 now, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, and it's 3rd down.
Under 10, 10. Kill. Greystone travel. Hey, zoom. 44 to Mike. 44.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, lock it.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Titans.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Check 9, check 9. Undercut. Whip.
Rock it.
Back. You go touch.
Leaf river.
They'll run on first down. Evans. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
Let's put that team on the hook.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Tannehill now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
A nice little juke. This a quick pass to Davis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half. No quit in him.
0.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Minshew. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check, 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 check. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Right back to him on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. I'm coming for you. You mine. Look at me. Go. Go.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Check. 59. Here we go, team. Here I come. 59's Mike. 59.
Tannehill now to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain there, and That should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set. 18 Gator. 44.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tennessee, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.